Well, I guess we'll get to find out how good Gorilla Glue really is. I just lathered this up with a whole lot of it, and I'm going to let that sit there for 2 hours like it says on the instructions till it dries, and then we'll pull it off and we'll see if it's all stuck on there good. Yes, sir. Okay, I moved that one out into the sunlight so it'd dry a little faster. I don't know if I'm going to get these on the car before tomorrow or not. It's 3 o'clock now. It takes 2 hours for them to dry. I still have to put the chrome back on them, and I got one more to go. So I may wind up taking it to the show as it is, and if we do, we do. And old Dad, I'll just have to sit next to a dirty door. Dang, I bet he's done worse things in his life. Yeah, much worse. Alright, so here's my chrome pieces that came off that one. They go on with they got little nail thingies in the back that bend over once you poke them through there, and this chrome piece does the same thing. So what I'll do is after I get it on there, I'll drill holes in that piece of wood and put all that on. I think what I'm going to do for my next one is bring it over here. This, I was thinking, would dry a lot better in the sunlight. I think I'm going to bring my next one over here and just set my sawhorses right here in the sunlight. Put that other one together, and then when I get through, I don't have to move it like I did that one. Okay, there's the second one done, and I think at this point I'm leaving it alone. Letting it get dry. Hey, doggies. It ain't going to be perfect, but you know what? I don't care. It'll be as good as I can make it with what I got to work with. So there's that. Okay, here's my door panels the next day. Of course, these chrome pieces are just sitting on here. This is admittedly really ugly, but it's a lot less ugly than it was before when this was on an old piece of board, a plywood looking board that was literally falling apart. This Gorilla Glue reminds me a lot of expanding foam. It dries hard and it kind of bubbles out. But I figured out over here I can take a knife and cut it, because I had some that bubbled out through the door handle, and I was able to cut that with a knife, so I can trim that down. I think I can do the same thing up here. This was the worst looking of the two door panels. This one was in better condition, although it's pretty rough. But you know, once I get the chrome back on here and get that mounted on the door, it'll definitely look better than it looks without it. I'll put this out there too. If anybody knows anybody that's got one of these, I've looked in some of the Antique Auto interior books, and they sell door panels, but they have straight lines on them. They don't have this V with this chrome piece, and I think that's really cool. But if anybody had a couple of these from an old, 55 Ford that would fit my car, I would be willing to pay a fairly decent sum of money to get a couple of these that were nice, if there's any out there still in existence in the world, but I don't know if there is or not. Anyway, with that said, it's very early the morning of the Mahomet Valley Car Show, and I may be able to get one or both of these mounted on the car before time to leave. So what we're going to do is, Honey Babe's making breakfast in there now, and I figured after breakfast I'd come out. I'm going to have to drill holes to put this chrome back on, and then clean up my holes in here, and I'm going to need some holes for my armrest to be drilled out, and then I could take it out and try mounting it on the car, see if I can get it on there before everybody shows up and is ready to leave. So that's what I got, and if we don't do it before the show, I'll do it after.